Good morning, students. In the operating system lecture series, today we will discuss directory structure and access methods. Okay, so let's start. In the file system of computers can be extensive. Some systems stores millions of files on terabytes of disk. Okay, to manage all these data, we need to organize them. This organization is usually done in two parts. First, disks are split into one or more partitions. Okay, uh, so as we know that disks are partitions, like just a second, we are waiting for these slides to come. Okay, so this is the file access methods, and in this directory structure and access method we are discussing. So let's start. This before discussing this file naming, we should discuss this directory structure. So as I have told you that the first thing is disks are split into one or more partition, and the second is each partition contains information about files within it. Okay, so this information is kept in entries in a device directory or volume table. Okay, okay, so it is kept into the device directory. So the device directory, more commonly known as a directory, record information such as name, location of size, and type for all files on that partition. Okay, so this is have an files directory system and so on. The directory can be viewed as a symbol table that translate symbol table that translate files names into their directory entries. Okay, so when considering a particular directory structure, we need to keep in mind the operations that are to be performed on a directory. So before discussing this, we just have a look on this file naming. We also know this, but just quickly we will take a file naming. So this file dot back. This is called a backup file. File dot c. It's a C source program. There could be a Java files and others .cpp like C++ programs, file.gif. So it's a graphical interchange, format image. JPG is also there. .hlp is a help file. .html is a hypertext markup language file. JPG is joint picture group files. MP3 is the music encoded in MPEG layer 3 audio format. MPG file.o, that is the object file, compiler output not yet linked. PDF, PDF is portable document format. Portable document format file. PS is the PostScript file. .tex input for the text formatting program. TXT is the general text file. GIF is the compressed file, and like other .tar file, and all these files are there. Okay, so let's okay. So when we are keeping when keeping directory structure in mind, the operations that are to be performed on a directory, these are the file structures are there directory. So in there are operations also in this file structure. You can see that when one is the byte structure is there, record is there in the C part. Directory structure will be there. So in this, as you see that let's say ant, fox, and pig, these three are directory. In the ant directories are having some files, that is cat, cow, dog. In the fox they are having god, lion, owl. In the pig they are having this. And this line directory, the god directory is having hen, ibis, lamb, and all that thing they are having. So as we are using the directory structure, you are very familiar with this. And you can say that it's one is called the single level directory. So and is the two level directory, and it is also you can say in this one level, two level, so it's a three level directory structure. Okay, one level, two level, and you can so also say it's a tree structure. There could be more level also there. So operation on file we have also discussed. I think that what operation you can perform on a file: search a file, create a file, delete a file, list a directory, rename, traverse the file system. These all could be done. In a single level directory, you can have a directory that contains some files. Two level a directory within directory. Okay, and a tree structure directory. So these all are the structure, and you can say this is the one byte storage, record storage, and the tree storage. This is the file type. You can see that the file types considers the header. There will be a header, and the header will contains the different information like magnetic number, magic number, text size, data size, VSS size, symbol table size, entry point, flags, and so on. After that, there will be a text data, relocation bit, symbol table. All these things would be there. And in this header, you can say the header, that point to the module name, data, owner, protection size, and this is the object module. Here again, you can see the header, object module, header, object module. So in this way, the file systems are there. These are file types, how they are mentioned. Now, we will discuss the access method. Okay, in this access method, files stores information, that is okay. So when it is used, this information must be accessed and read into computer memory. So this information in the file can be accessed in several ways. Some symbols provide only one access method for files. Other systems provides different access. So one is called the sequential access, and another is called the sequential access, or random access, and the direct access. Okay, so sequential access, information in the file is processed in order. It means one record after the other. Read all bytes of the records from the beginning. Cannot jump around. Could rewind or backup. It is convenient when medium was magnetic tape. Okay. So the bulk of the operation on a file is reads and writes. A read operation reads the next partition of the file and simultaneously advances a file pointer, which tracks the input output location. Similarly, a write operation appends to the right of the file and advances to the end of the newly written material. Such a file can be reset to the beginning, and on some system, a program may be able to skip forward or backward n records for some integer n, perhaps only for n equals to 1. Sequential access means to say that sequentially you are writing, read all bytes records from the beginning. Okay. So sequential access is based on a tape model of a file and works well on sequential access devices, okay, as it does not on random access ones. Okay. Now the second is the random access. Uh, in this random access bytes probably records read in any order. Okay, so these reads in any order, essential for database systems. Since you know the database systems, the data could be access for any data you require. So there could be the random access would be there. Okay, and the read can be move file marker, that is the C can read from there. So there would be a marker that will be marked for that position, and that you can go to that access. These are the file attributes. What are the file attributes? Protection, who can access the file and in what way. Okay, passwords needed to access the file, creator, ID of the person who creates the file, owner, current owner, read only flag, 0 for read or write, 1 for read only, hidden flag, 0 for normal operation, 1 for do not display in listings, system flag, 0 for normal files, 1 for system files, archive file, 0 for has been backed up, 1 for needs to be backed up, ASCII binary flag, 0 for ASCII file, 1 for binary file, random access flag, 0 for sequential access only, and 1 for random access. Like this, temporary flag, log flags, record length, key position, key length, creation time, time of last access, time of last change, last access, when you have actually last access this file, when you have last change or modified the file, what is the current size of the file, what is the maximum size of the file. So these are the the file attributes which system having. Now the file operation, as we have discussed, I think earlier also, as you know, also in the files, we are creating a file, we can delete a file, we can open a file, close a file, read a file, write onto the file, we can append on some file, we can seek something on file, get attribute, set attribute, and rename. So these are, the different file operations that can be done in the file. And now the directories, this is the single level directory system. So root directory will be there. In a single level directory system contains 4 files. The square represent the root directory. Where is the A, B, C? There are three. How files? Different files are there. Three different you can say nodes of files A, B, and C. Now the two-level directory structure, root directory will be there. Now the three subdirectory are there, that is A, B, C, and these three directories is having the files A, B, C, C, C like this here. So let us indicate owners of the directories and files. Now hierarchical directory structure, there will be a root directory, user directory. Okay, after that the user subdirectories may be there, then the user file will be there. You can see with the figure this question mark, this is a shared file which is shared with the the directory B and C. So that is a shared file which is shared by directory B and the directory C. That is the remark by question mark. And this shared files in the second scenario is C's directory is owner equals to C, count equals to 1. And the B's directory, the owner equals to C and count equals to 2. And B's directory, when owner equals to C and count equals to 1. So the figure A is situation prior to linking the two directories B and C. The figure B is after the link is created, mean to say the linking is created between the directory B and C. And the third one is after the original owner removes the files. Okay, so that is the removes the files, so owner equals to C, now the count equals to again 1. So this is all about the files, shared files, and this access structure and the file directory structures of the file. So here I will stop. Thank you. In the next topic, we will discuss protection and access rights. So, thank you, students. Here I will stop.